Oh man, For Your Eyes Only really has one of the best beats I've heard from J. Cole ever. It's so good. How's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I'm here with another review, I guess. I I really need to find out what I'm calling these because I know I have the title for the the series, but I just don't know what to call them when I'm in a video. I forget every time. I don't know if it's because I have a headache or if I'm just inept, but today I'm going to be talking about Kaguya Sama Love is War Ultra Romance, I think is what it's called. So season 3, and I'm going to be giving my opinions on it. So hope you all enjoyed and hope you all have a great time. But this is again the third season of the show, and this one tackles some pretty important stuff in terms of story. It goes pretty crazy. I am going to be talking about some spoilers here, so if you want my opinion on it now, I think this season was great. I think it was a solid 8 out of 10. I don't remember what I gave the other seasons in my last video, but this one was pretty good. Like it took a more story approach or a more it took a focus on onto the story. Excuse me, I'm stuttering so bad. I so much for giving a quick synopsis and opinion on it. It took a heavier focus on the story, but it didn't sacrifice the comedy. The comedy was still there. It just depends on whether you found it funny or not. I found it funny, but I definitely laughed more in other seasons. I think like season 1, I probably laughed the most. So in terms of comedy, I'd say season 1 was probably my favorite, but the story was great. I thought the story this season was amazing. And even if the comedy wasn't my favorite this season, this season comedy was hilarious. Like it was great. Like important episodes that I can remember just honestly make me smile from how funny they were when I first watched them. Like it was funny, and the story was great. If you want, if you were worried about like the season not delivering, don't worry, it definitely delivers. So if you want to watch it, I highly recommend it. If you watch season 1, or if you're on the fence of watching this show, period, I give it an 8 out of 10. At its best, it's a 9. At its worst, it's like a 7. It's solid. It's great, honestly. But yeah, so more into the in-depth side of it, in the in-depth review. Um, this season again takes a heavier focus onto the story, and that's evident with um, I think episode 7 or episode 8 when the president gets accepted into a college into Stanford, and the final remaining episodes are more of a focus onto who's going to confess and how they're going to approach that. So that was pretty cool. You have the culture festival as well coming up, and it was like it was a whole arc. Honestly, it was legit a whole arc. I think the only one that probably came close to this was the presidential election in season 2 and the fireworks festival in season 1. So that's pretty cool. We got a whole story. We get to see multiple story points or story beats come together with Ishigami and Shirogane and Kaguya. You have Fujiwara just having her own little like side thing, which is cool. Oh, it's raining. I just I looked up to the sky and I just thought of Roy Mustang like it's raining. What are you talking about? It's not raining. It's raining. Oh man, I seen this. I gotta rewatch Fullmetal Alchemist at some point. Oh man, I got to. But yeah, so this is more like the second half of the show. The first half of the show definitely has more story, like funny comedy, whatever. And the comedy, like I said, to me, the first 2 episodes I thought were okay. I didn't mind them that much. It was an introductory episode to the season, so I was like, glad to see that the show is back. I'm happy it's here. But then like 3 all the way until like 7 until the culture festival starts were just so funny. I don't understand like the episode where the president and Hayasaka beat each other in a karaoke place. That episode was hilarious. The rapping episode was hilarious. Shirogane or Shirogane's dad and what's his girl's name? Hayasaka's mom being Kaguya's guardians for the episode was really funny. What else? What else? What else? Shirogane getting opinions from Ino and Fujiwara. I thought that was pretty good. That episode was great. Like, did this show definitely? Oh, an episode where Ishigami and Ino are trying to like each other. Like, the president's trying to force it. I thought those episodes are great. Like overall, this episode or this season had so many memorable episodes. It's definitely a one that's gonna go down in the history books as one of my favorites. It's probably honestly above season two for me. Like this season was great. So you have the comedy in the first half, and it swings for the fences. It's hilarious. Is it again? If I rewatch season one, my opinion may change on it. But from what I remember loving season one's comedy. It was hilarious. But season three's comedy, yo, it's up to snuff. It's up to par. I can't look down on it. So it compares really well. But those are like the first couple episodes, like the first, well, not couple, but like the first six or seven. And again, like I said, the comedy doesn't stop in the later episodes. It's just it takes more of a backseat to the story, which again, I like because we're already on season three of them trying to get each other to confess. Something did have to happen. You can't have the same story forever, then it just gets boring. So I'm glad that there was something that happened and it did lead to something. And once we get into the culture festival, I think that's when the story really picks up. Well, no, it is when the story picks up. Having Shirogane have the conflict of like he wants to go to or he's going to Stanford, but he wants to confess as well. If he doesn't confess, he's gonna live with that for the rest of his life, and he'll never, he'll regret it. So he has to find a way to confess to her, but he also has to accept his pride. Like, does he really want to confess to her, or does he want her to confess to him? It's really cool. I thought that was enjoyable. And you have Kaguya as well. She finds out, or she wants to confess to him because the culture festival is the perfect time to do it. She accepts that she likes him. It's all that. It's awesome. You get to see Ishigami and I don't remember the girl's name, but the colorful hair girl who he likes, see him trying to confess to her, but somehow smooth talk his way into it. I thought that was fire. Like the culture festival was definitely the best part of the season. It was awesome for them hyping it up as much as they did when before it started. Like the show itself, the narrator, it delivered. It delivered in all kinds of ways. It was cute. It was funny. It was fulfilling for the plot. Like the final episode was really really good, like really good compared to like the final episode of season one, which I like a lot because of the fireworks festival. Man, season three, season three's episode might be better. Like in all honesty, it might be better. I genuinely enjoyed it. But this season, if I could like say anything other than praise, I would just say like the first couple episodes just didn't interest me that much, or at least like the first one or two, I didn't really care too much. But to this show, again, it's not the best thing I've ever seen, but for a rom-com, a slice of life type thing, it's always gonna be up there for me. It's hilarious. This show, man, I can't recommend it enough. And the fact that I saw on my YouTube feed that there's another season confirmed already, it's like I wonder what's gonna happen next. Like because of the fact that Kaguya and Shirogane were last seen holding hands or whatever, I have to assume like they have to be in a relationship or at least like keeping it hidden. Because if you're gonna kiss somebody on top of a clock tower and not have it be romantic or be in a relationship, I don't know what was the point. This man had so many balloons made just for you, and if you didn't date him like that, that's just disrespectful. Well, not obviously not being forced into it because then your free will is taken away from you. But like if you like him too, and he went through all that effort, but you were too scared to go for it, then that's just disrespectful. Completely disrespectful. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But the show still teases us, eh, as it always does. Slightly, it's like that State Farm ad where the guy's fishing in the store and he's like, "Oh, you gotta be cooking the net. Oh, you almost had it." It like the show's like that, but we finally got something, and it doesn't feel like the show's over whatsoever. Like it's still going on, things are still happening. So I just wonder how they're going to continue. Like if the plot of them trying to get each other to confess, it's kind of like it's kind of. it doesn't seem like it's as important to me. I haven't read the manga yet, so I can't say definitively. But if it's less important from what I can tell, then how are they gonna continue? Is it gonna be like Ishigami is the main character? Are they still gonna be main characters? Like, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna continue? Are they gonna go into Stanford and then we're gonna see them there? Because that would be pretty cool. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting. But you just have to see. Overall, though, characters are great this season as always. The music, though, that there was one violin track that plays a lot when a super serious moment is happening. I thought it was really great. The music overall, it was good. It was definitely good. The visuals, like this anime is beautiful. I don't understand why they just have so much like budget for some of the jokes and just like the important moments of the story. I don't get why it looks so good. It's awesome. But like the visual gags as well were hilarious. One of my friends, when he was watching the show, he mentions the manga panels. He loves when they show up, because some people may see it as lazy, but the fact that they show up and not frequently is a nice touch. And I can agree with him. I enjoy it too. The um the story, best story so far in all three seasons. I can say I definitely enjoyed it. And overall, again, like I said in the beginning, I give it an 8. At its best, it's a 9. At its worst, it's a 7. The show was great. I am not disappointed. But, that's going to be it for me for now. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know how you guys feel about Kaguya Sama, like in general, or how you felt about this season. And yeah, if you're excited for season 4, let me know. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll check y'all out. Peace.